Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 7. The chapter which we are related with is cash flow statement. Here is our question where again like in previous question number 6 we have our opening asset at right side, closing assets at left side. This is first part of the question. These are assets. And then we have liability, absolutely same. We have our liabilities opening and closing. Opening liabilities are given on right side, closing liabilities are given on left side. And then we have some of our adjustments which would be included in our question. Similarly, we have cash flow statement pro forma where I have told you that both current assets, current liabilities and fixed assets and fixed liabilities would be adjusted at the same time. First column is used for the profit, and then we will take sum of all current and fixed assets, sum of all current and fixed liabilities. Their sum would be adjusted according to these signs: add less, less add. Alright guys, and the most important part is this check. I have told you in previous question the answer which we will get from here. This is your answer, and when you will get this answer, you will adjust this answer in opening cash, and closing cash will automatically be equal to the closing cash which is given in your question. So hopefully after this introduction you are ready to solve your question. So first we have cash opening closing 2258. So here you will put 22,000 and your answer must be 58,000 after all adjustment. After all adjustment means this answer you will be putting over here and you will get 58,000 automatically. And next is we will see how many current assets and current liabilities. Account receivable, yes, current. Inventories, yes, current. And remaining land equipment, these are fixed assets. So there are only two current assets and opening is here. Simply I am taking help from Excel. Amounts are directly been written over here because there is little easy, but you will write by yourself. First asset is account receivable and inventories. Here we are going to put account receivable and this is inventories. Yes. Now remaining land, equipment and depreciation would be adjusted in this lower part and we will wait for that. It may be possible some adjustments are present. If there is no adjustment, these fixed asset would be written directly. We are now proceeding to liabilities where we will see current liabilities. Account payable, yes, current liability. Bonds payable, common stock, return earning are fixed. So there is only one current liability and that we are going to post over here. This is your closing liability, and one second, I'll have to do it again. Okay, so closing liability has been written and now we are going to write opening account payable. So guys, in this way opening and closing liabilities have been written. Just mention these are account payables. Alright guys, now please understand current assets opening and closing written, current liabilities opening closing written. Now we will be dealing with the fixed assets and fixed liabilities, but before that we will see if there is any adjustment related to fixed assets and fixed liabilities. First adjustment, net income. So in this question net income is already calculated. Net income means profit. This is your first column. So 125,000 your profit has been written. The next adjustment, cash dividend declared and paid. Please note it down. This is paid. Paid means decrease. And since dividend is related to shares, we will go to the liability side, and here is your column for decreasing your cash. Less 40,000. So here you will put 40,000 as it is dividend. Then next adjustment is bonds payable redeemed for cash. Bond payable mean the amount which you were liable to pay, and here it is seen redeemed mean paid. So bonds payable paid, cash is going out. Bonds payable is liability, we will choose the liability side. Since cash is going out, cash is decreasing, so you will choose less column. And here how much bonds payable you have paid? 50,000. Just like dividend, same you will be doing over here because payment has been made. Bonds redeemed. Here you will write. Understand again? Bonds redeemed mean cash is paid. Since it is liability, we have chosen liability side. And there are two options, less or add. Since cash is going out, so there will be a decrease in cash. That is why we have chosen less. Bonds redeemed 50,000. This adjustment has already made. Now, common stock issued. Common stock mean capital. Capital issued mean cash to capital. Cash is coming in. Capital is your liability. Cash is increasing. Here, your cash would be increased by this column. So 30,000 you are going to write as it is your issued capital. You have issued capital, received cash. Capital is liability, you have chosen liability side, and cash is received, cash is increasing, that is why you have chosen add column. Now the next depreciation expense 24,000, and you know that depreciation it's closing, and you will be writing non-cash expense, that is why 24,000 you will be writing over here. You will be writing over here because it's non-cash expense. And secondly, I've told you that depreciation expense, it is closing. So you will be writing it opening provision for depreciation upon here and closing depreciation over here. Since 24,000 is your closing depreciation, you have written over here. And secondly, I was telling you that this depreciation is non-cash expense which has already been added in net profit. So in that way you will also be adding it. I will let you know again. Please understand depreciation is non-cash expense, due to which when you have written this depreciation your net profit has been decreased. But in real, depreciation is not some kind of expense where cash is going out. So we have decreased our net profit due to this non-cash expense, and now uh, we will be cancelling that effect of decreasing net profit by adding it. So there are two ways to understand depreciation would be added. Why? Because it was non-cash expenses which was adjusted in net profit, and now we have cancelled that effect. Secondly, I've told you that if it is provision for depreciation, opening would be written over here, closing would be written over here. Since it is written in your adjustment, so it is closing. That is why you have written in closing side. Alright, so depreciation ended. Now we will go back to the question. We will see what adjustments were given and what assets were without adjustment. There is no adjustment of land, there is no adjustment of equipment. It means these assets would be written as it is over here because no suggested adjustment were present. So now we will see that your 1 lakh was land. Write down over here land, and then we have equipment. Again understand, these were your 6 adjustments, and these adjustments were not about land and equipment, so we are not going to change anything, just picking these amounts and directly writing in fixed asset column. Alright guys, in this way land equipment has been written. So again, cash already mentioned, account receivable yes, inventories mentioned, land mentioned, equipment mentioned, and depreciation has already mentioned over here. It means your complete asset side is completed. We'll go to the liability side now. Account payable adjusted, bonds payable, yes, adjusted. Look at here, bonds already adjusted. After bonds we have common stock, that means capital, and look at here, issued capital, or in adjustment it is written as it is common stock. Alright, and this is also adjusted, so we don't need to write capital as well. Retained earning is unadjustable. It means all fixed and current liabilities entered, all fixed assets and current assets are also adjusted. So finally we are going to take our step, and here we are following this. What we are going to do, we will add all the amounts present over here, then we will add where these closing account receivable and inventories, account receivable and inventories. I think we have written over here, but let to be written them again. Alright guys, so what step we will take? We will add all opening assets, we will add all closing assets, opening liability, closing liabilities. These are sum, these four are sum, and this is our profit, and finally we will be applying their signs. 125,000 add, this is your opening asset, add 565, less closing 605, less opening 137, add closing 88, and finally we have got our answer. And let it be changed a bit, we can increase its size. So this is our final cash flow, which is plus, that means cash has been increased. Same we will be putting over here. Look at this, we have put, so 22 plus 36, because sign is plus, 22 plus 36 we have got 58, and original answer was also 58. Look at over here, 22 was starting, 36,000 was our answer. So 36 plus 22, 58. Our check is absolutely okay. It means our question has been sorted out and solved. So in this way guys, though it's a simple question, but you are requested to please practice this question by yourself for 2-3 times so that you can understand well. After practicing, if you feel anything difficult, you are very open to share your problems through messages, text, or you can directly contact. I will try my best to answer your queries instantly. So it's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.